Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا من سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Welcome again to another episode of our iLearn eClassroom. This is our topic about the Hajj calendar or the Hajj activities, inshallah. This is Abla S. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Our objectives are to know what to do really when we are in Maqam, when we are doing our Hajj, inshallah, bi'idhnillah. So we will start from when you leave your house up to the time when you reach the Makkah, when you come to do the Tawaf. We will discuss about Hajj 8, what we're going to do during this day, the Tarwiyah, inshallah, bi'idhnillah. We will discuss about, so this is Mina here, you can see the image. We will start also discuss about the day, which is, you will be in Arafah, inshallah. Yawm al-Arafah on the Hajj 9, okay, inshallah. We will be discussing as well when you go to Muzdalifah, when you're gonna stay there after the Arafat, inshallah. And also included in this talk will be about the day of the Eid itself, the Dhul Hijjah 10, the Yawm al-Nar. This one, when you go to the Jamara already. Okay, inshallah, we will be discussing what to do, where you're gonna go, exactly where you're gonna face. Bidnillah, inshallah, we will be discussing this. Okay, and the hadi, etc. The sacrificial animal that you're gonna give. And then up to this activity, inshallah, we will be discussing it for both inshallah female and male. And when you go back to Kaaba to do your Tawaf for the Hajj, inshallah, we will discuss that in this talk. So this is the image when you go to your, okay, when you go here, number 1, number 2, 3, up to these days of the Tashriq, inshallah, bi'idhnillah. So stay tuned with me, inshallah, and we will be discussing in detail, and I might be dividing this topic into two, part A and part B, due to the large amount of topics to be discussed bi'idhnillah. So this one, okay, we will just talk for this part alone. We will just talk from the time when you prepare in your homes, okay, until the time you reach, you go to the Miqat, your intentions there, until the time you do your visit or your Tawaf or your Umrah, up to the first step that you're gonna do in when you enter Makkah, inshallah, bi'idhnillah. So stay tuned with me. Okay. So this is lesson 4, part A of our Hajj series of lectures, inshallah. Rabbi zidni ilman, may Allah Ta'ala grant us knowledge about this. So first and foremost, when you leave your home, before you leave your home, you gotta do your preparations. It's a day, at least 2 before your homelessness. You will be leaving at this date, so you must have these things already done, inshallah. So I would imagine that you will be thinking, what would I use? Which bag should I be using? So I would suggest just use a small trolley or backpack. And I would also suggest if you can put names on it, your name labels, your numbers even, just in case it gets lost. Okay, you have to label that, inshallah. So these are the checklist of items to bring. These are the ones that I would suggest you prepare. Few clothes, okay, abaya, tarha, okay, enough for your stay for a minimum of about 4 or 5 days usage. When I say clothes for women, if it's possible to wear to have the long sleeves, okay, also for men, inshallah. And then don't forget to bring your Quran, your Hajj guide, or of course your Ikama. Then don't forget to bring your power bank, of course your cell phone and your charger. And you must know the emergency numbers whereby you can contact them just in case you have any emergency. Inshallah, there will be none. Also, if you can bring siwak or the miswak or that unscented toothpaste for use. Another things that you can put in your mind to carry are these ones: unscented soap, okay, yung walang amoy, no deodorant as well. You can bring towels because it has no scent. Unscented tissues, wet wipes, medications or any prescription if you are on antihypertensive drugs, insulin. Make sure you bring quite a few of it, enough for your journey, inshallah. Make sure you have first aid kit. Let's say nahihilo ka lagi, then you must have something with you. Maybe you are used to any product, okay, that improves your well-being when you feel dizzy or when you feel sick. Some people might even bring sick bags with them if they are biyahilo, yung nasusuka habang nagbibiyahe, so they bring that with them some cellophane, extra cellophane. It's not just for putting on the shoes, when you go to the Masjid, but for all these purposes. Also, don't forget to bring in your towel. Probably a small towel will do. Some laundry soap when you already are off the Ihram. You can use the scented ones. But for now, it's okay to do this one, to use it, to bring it with you just in case, okay. And then the soap, shampoo, if out of Ihram. While on Ihram, you remember that you cannot use your soap, the scented one, and the shampoo, okay. So if you are already out of Ihram, then you can use this. Of course, when sometimes you have to, some hamla will have a little party or a little gathering during the Eid day. So if you want, you can bring in your Eid dress with you, just in case, or just to celebrate for that day, even if you are already inside, still in Makkah. Just bring some small amount of money, don't bring a large amount, okay. And you bring, of course, your purse, okay, or your body bag whereby it's always attached to you, okay. And of course, make sure you have numbers of your emergency, like let's say your abla or the number of your hamla, the number of Red Crescent, everything that you can write, put it up. That will help you, or put it inside your phone books already before you leave, as a part of preparation. Now, on the day that you're gonna leave, let's say whatever day will that be, it would depend on your instruction from your hamla. So just focus with the sheikh, what they're gonna say, okay. So make sure you will already have done your bath, okay. You have already done your bath, your ghusl, your clipped your nails already, because you cannot do that anymore when you are under ihram, okay. Remove unwanted hair, and of course on the very hour that you will want to leave, you can also do your 2 rakat sunnah of for the wudu, okay. 2 rakats of prayer for this, and that's it. You are ready to go out of your house, inshallah, with your small backpack or your trolley. So what would these men and women wear? Okay, for women, it doesn't need to have white. You don't need to have white because Ihram is not on the dress. When you say Ihram, it could be two things. It could be your dress or the state of ritual purity that will make you prepared to perform your Umrah or your Hajj. So preferably it would be better if women will just wear black abaya instead of white, inshallah. So for men, they will have two white clothes. The upper garment for them is called rida, this one, and the lower garment is called the izar, or the waist wrapper. So they will have their sandals, they will have their belt, inshallah. So these are for male. Okay, I already spoke about the female dress. Make sure it's not tight, or it should be loose. Okay, inshallah. Some of you might be wearing niqab, so you can actually wear a mask in its replacement if you feel like also there is a need to do that because you are allergic, you have rhinitis, so it's okay. If you are used to niqab, you can also use loose cloth or just to cover your face when you are nearby non-mahram men. Okay, so this is for the females. And when you go out, you make a dua before going out of your house. Bismillahi tawakkaltu, Allahu la hawla wala quwwata illa billah, or Bismillah tawakkaltu Allahu la hawla wala quwwata illa billah. Now, before leaving the home, this is your dua upon riding a vehicle to start your journey. Okay, let's listen to this dua.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. سبحان الذي سخر لنا هذا وما كنا له مقرنين وإنا إلى ربنا لمنقلبون. اللهم إنا نسألك في سفرنا هذا البر والتقوى ومن العمل ما ترضى. اللهم هون علينا سفرنا هذا واطو عنا بعده. اللهم أنت الصاحب في السفر والخليفة في الأهل. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من وعثاء السفر وكآبة المنظر وسوء المنقلب في المال والأهل.
That's it, your dua before your when you are starting to go on a journey already, inshallah. Next step is when you reach your Miqat. As you already have remembered, we already discussed this over the last topics. I think it was in lesson 2 about the Miqat. It's the point where you do your Ihram, that you cannot pass beyond it without stating your intention, inshallah. So number 1 here, where we are in Medina, this is the Dhul Hulayfa, in the one near Iraq. Garden al-Manazil by the east side of Saudi, like coming from Riyadh. The Yalamlam, which is the one coming from Yemen, and the Jaffa, which is very near here to Maqam, inshallah, as well. So in Miqat, these are your intention in tamattu. You say labbaika umratan mutamatti'an biha ila al-Hajj. While those who gonna do a Qiran Hajj will do this intention by the heart in labbaika umratan wa hajja, and in Ifrad labbaika hajja. So again, so these are the intentions. Please take note of it. Most of the Hamla, they would do the tamattu. If they go early to Makkah, let's say usually they would go do Hajj 5, so they will do the tamattu most of the time because they want to do their Umrah, and they will have the release in between, and they will again assume Ihram on the 8th, inshallah. So now, it is very important to make this dua when you do this intention earlier on. You carry on saying wa in habastani habistun famahalli haythu habastani, which means, oh Allah, if anything prevents me, it would be the valid place for me to finish Ihram wherever you stop me. This is very important, otherwise you would have to pay ransom if you haven't done or uttered this. So again, وَإِنْ حَبَسْتَنِي حَبِسْتُنْ فَمَحَلِّ حَيْثُ حَبَسْتَنِي. So please take note of this, or take a screenshot of it if you like. Post this video lecture and take a screenshot of it now. Okay, let's move forward. After saying your intention for Hajj and you said the habasani, straight away the prohibition takes effect. The prohibition for Ihram takes effect. So there means no quarreling, no nonsense conversation. Just remember Allah and make more dua. And then you start saying your talbiyah this time. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik, innal hamda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika lak. So you start saying this talbiyah from Miqat, okay, until you reach the Maqam, just before you start your first Tawaf. When you say your Bismillah Allahu Akbar, that's the time you stop it when you're doing your Umrah. If you're doing the Tamattu, but if you're doing the continuous one, then you carry on until which I will explain to you more in the part B, inshallah. Now you finish your Miqat. Some of you might not be even stopping in Miqat. Some of the Hamla will just say, prepare everything already from where you are, from your home, if you are in Medina, and then you will just stop the bus by the bridge or near the Miqat just before passing by it, and then you just do your intention there. Some of them are okay, inshallah. So while on travel now to Makkah, what you're gonna do, you just gonna continue your talbiyah, okay, until you start the Tawaf in Masjid al-Haram, as I have said. So presumably you already have reached Makkah. Then you're gonna say, upon reaching Makkah and before going to Masjid al-Haram, make wudu or ghusl if you break it, or if necessity arise. Okay, you just have to make sure you tell your people, you tell your hamla or your group that you're gonna pass by the washroom, and maybe inshallah they will help. They will wait for you as well outside. So make sure you don't take too much time, and just enough to make your wudu. Okay, inshallah, bidnillah. So of course, just a reminder, gentle reminder, when you do dua before entering the comfort room is this one. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-kubthi wal kabbaith. Okay, and dua after wudu is you can do the kalima or the ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ahdahu la sharika lah wa ashhadu anna muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Note that men should put the middle of the upper sheet on their left shoulder and wrapped around under the right armpit, exposing the right shoulder, okay, and the arms, and tie both ends on the left shoulder. This is the daba for them, we called it. So they leave their left shoulder, okay, they put it there, okay, they leave their right shoulder exposed. Now we are imagine that you will now enter the Masjid al-Haram. This is the main gate to enter through the Masjid, subhanallah. So when you dua upon entering the Masjid, of course you have to take off your shoes. At this time, remember the plastic sheet I told you to bring, so please put some in your little backpack. Some of your hamla will give you a backpack, okay, or some may not, but will tell you that you have to bring only a small bag with you, just enough to put your shoes. So first, take off your shoes, put it in your plastic, and put it in your bag, and enter with your what? With your right foot. Yes. Okay, and say this in English translation: may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. O Allah, please open the door of mercy for us. Okay, so in Arabic, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, Allahumma ta'li abwaba rahmatik, bismillah. So this is what you're gonna do while entering using your right foot. Very good. So now you've entered the Masjid al-Haram. Again, make sure where your company are, okay? Make sure where they are. Don't be don't get too delayed, you know. Be with them always. Be in a flock, okay? The first thing that a pilgrim should do upon entering Masjid al-Haram is to make what? Yes, you are right. Is to make Tawaf. It's not Tahiyatul Masjid, because the Tawaf is the substitute of the 2 rak'ats of Sunnah prayer for Masjid. So you have to proceed now to the Hajar al-Aswad, or the black stone, and there is actually in that black stone, whoever doesn't know where it is, there's usually a police over that side on the, if you remember, the corner is the black stone corner. Okay, he holds on a rope on elevation right beside it. Okay, and according to the Quran, Dalil, chapter 22, ayat 29, and circumambulate the ancient house. That is, do tawaf in the ancient house. So now we are in this state, or in the action of going to do this tawaf. So what we have to do, raise your right hand facing the direction of the black stone and say Bismillah, Allahu Akbar on the first round. Okay, and Allahu Akbar on 6 successive remaining rounds. Okay, then start circling the Kaaba with your left side. You make sure this left side, it is where your Kaaba is. Okay, saying any prayer you want in your language, or read again the du'as given to you, or you may read the Quran. When you reach the Yemeni corner, if you remember our lesson 2, Yemeni corner until the black stone, say Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana wa fil akhirati hasana wa qina adhaban nar. Okay, this means, Allah, please give us the good of this life and also the hereafter. Prevent us from the fire. Continue making dua, okay, while circling until you make the 5 rounds. Then slowly move away from Kaaba for a gradual exit. Okay, until you finish the 7 rounds. Okay, you do the 7 rounds for 7 tawaf. What you shouldn't do while you're doing tawaf, just a simple reminder to all the brothers and sisters, is not to do this. Okay, this is doing selfie while doing tawaf. This is not right, because tawaf is in itself a what? It is an ibadah. It is like a prayer. It's a substitute to a prayer. So you don't do that. We don't do selfies. We don't do this. We are there for Allah Ta'ala to please Him, and not to please any other people to say, oh, selfie, I wish you're here with me. No, we don't do that. We don't want to ruin our Umrah or our Hajj. Okay, we don't get satisfaction or approval from any other people, of course, but to Allah Ta'ala. So please try to avoid this one, and if possible, you can remind others who are also forgetting, but inshallah nobody will do this in any of the hamlas. You've been there a long walk, or you've been preparing for this only to lose it. No, don't lose the rewards of Allah Ta'ala. make sure you do this solemnly, inshallah. Another thing that you mustn't do while you are doing tawaf is to do not push people. You will find some people are pushing you, okay, and you end up pushing them back. So try to avoid that, okay, to do not push people, and as much as possible avoid crowds or stopping while in tawaf. So some people, they stop at some point here in the mataf. The area where you do the tawaf is the mataf, so you don't, you don't do that stopping. Another thing you must do is do not go against the direction of the tawaf, okay? Don't go against. If they're going counterclockwise, go counterclockwise. Don't go clockwise, otherwise it will be case you will be smashed, or someone could get smashed by what you're doing, and it doesn't gonna please Allah Ta'ala. Allahu Alam. Of course, you have to stay close to your jama'ah at all times, okay? You just don't walk there and wander around not knowing where your colleague or your jama'ah are, okay? So make sure you are closely with them. If they have some ribbon in their hijab or their tie, anything that will show who they are, where they are, then make sure you are reminded of it all the time. Now after you've done your tawaf, you go to in the Maqam Ibrahim or any place in the Masjid if it is crowded. What you're gonna do here is just you pray 2 rak'ats of prayer, okay? The 2 rak'ats after the Fatiha. On the first rak'at you recite what? Surah Al-Kafirun, and then on the second one after the Fatiha you recite Surah Al-Ikhlas, okay? So remember, these are the 2 short surah to be recited after the Fatiha when you do the prayer for this part. Also, this is the Maqam Ibrahim for those who do not know it, or first timers to go to Makkah. This has the footprints of the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. He is in our lesson 1, okay? If you remember, if you don't, please go back to our lesson 1, the story of how they made this, inshallah bi'idhnillah. So we try not to really hold it or rub it or kiss it. Some people do that and it's not good. You have to avoid yourself from doing it, okay? After you've done your 2 rakats of prayer, okay, you go to the wells of Zamzam or the Zamzam. You can drink as a sunnah. For those who doesn't know, this was the well of Zamzam before in olden times. It's here, located in this location. Underneath it is where the Zamzam could be found, but now it's not all covered up and it's all just in this containers. So try to drink Zamzam, okay? And what? You face Kaaba if possible and make this dua. Allahumma inni as'aluka ilman nafi'an wa rizqan wasi'an wa shifa'an min kulli dayn. O Allah, grant me beneficial knowledge, bountiful provision, and a healing from every disease. Then drink, okay? So this is all, as you know, this is our holy water. It can only be located in this place, nowhere else. Subhanallah, it will work according to how you wanted it to work. If you are asking for knowledge, it will work for that. If you're asking for, subhanallah, healing from a disease, it will work for that. So it just works on how you intend it to work for you, inshallah bi'idhnillah. Aren't we so lucky, subhanallah, that we have this? Allahu Akbar. And it's the most nutritious water, okay? It has all the minerals. There have been lots of studies about this Zamzam, and we will have another lesson just for this, inshallah bi'idhnillah. So you drink, okay, and make dua. Now you're gonna proceed to say to say in Safa and Marwa. You go first to Safa, okay? Proceed to Safa, and upon approaching it, say this dua: Inna Safa wal Marwa min sha'rillah, and then say, I begin with that which Allah began. Then you must stand on a safa and face the Kaaba, raising your hands and say, لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا الله وحده أنجز وحده ونصر عبده وهزم الأحزاب وحده. Repeat this 3 times and make any dua, especially asking for paradise for you and your family.
Dua at Mount Safa and Mount Marwa.
إن الصفا والمروة من شعائر الله أبدأ بما بدأ الله به الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا الله وحده أنجز وعده ونصر عبده وهزم الأحزاب وحده.
Indeed, As-Safa and Al-Marwa are from the places of worship of Allah. I begin with what Allah began with. Allah is the greatest. Allah is the greatest. Allah is the greatest. None has the right to be worshipped except Allah alone without partner. To Him belongs all sovereignty and praise, and He is over all things omnipotent. None has the right to be worshipped except Allah alone. He fulfilled His promise, aided His slave, and single-handedly defeated the allies. He would do this 3 times.
Subhanallah. So you do this dua. After that, you straight away descend from Safa going towards Marwa. So you are here. Okay, you descend from this Marwa, Safa, going down to Marwa on the other side. Make any dua along the way, and upon reaching the green light, this is where the green lights at the middle, men should run. This is what we call the ramal, while women should remain walking briskly until the other green light. So it's from this to the green light, then back to the normal walking. So if you're here, you're gonna walk here, and then if you're a woman, briskly walk from this green. For the men, they would do the ramal or the running. Okay, from here Safa to Marwa is 1 count. This is Marwa. Then again here Marwa to Safa is 2nd count. Back to that 3rd count, 4th, 5, 6, 7 until you end up in Marwa. Okay, but let me just carry on with my talk. When you reach Marwa, you have to repeat the procedure and dua on Hajj. As Safa al-Marwa is counted as first trip, then going back to As-Safa is second, until you make 7 trips, which ends in al-Marwa, this side here. On the 7th trip, there is no need to make dua or sunnah prayer. So some people do that. Okay, they think that it is part of the umrah to do a sunnah, the 2 rakats prayer. No, there is no need for that, but you can do it, but it's not part of umrah. Leave immediately and have your hair cut outside. This is the end of your umrah. The length to be cut for women should be a straight line of a finger width from its tip. So what is a finger width? This is the finger width. Okay, this is the length to be cut for a woman, like a straight line of a finger width from its tip. So you take the tip, I would roll it, make sure it's like this size, then I would cut it. This is the way of cutting for women, inshallah. For men, just trim to have enough hair to be shaved on the 10th day of Dhul Hijjah after stoning the Jamarat al-Aqaba. Okay, you just trim it just to have enough hair for full shaving on the day of the Aqaba, the Dhul Hijjah, 10th of Dhul Hijjah. So this is it. We have spoken about our arrival, and on the part 2 I will be talking about. Okay, I will see you on the next lesson B, for this same topic, and it will be from the 8th to 9th and the 10th. Okay, so assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Subhanallah wa bihamdik, la ilaha illa anta, wa nastaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Ma'asalama. Assalamualaikum.